Your anger is justified, and I'm sorry that I have caused that anger and for all that I have put you through.
It was an apology the prosecutor said everyone should take with a huge grain of salt.
Your Honor, these appear to be superficial, meaningless, and too late. He is really only sorry that he got caught.
Chris Endicott, the former principal of Century Middle School in Lakeville, pleaded guilty to identity theft, burglary, and stalking. He admitted to breaking into his next-door neighbor's house and stealing jewelry and the key to their front door. He admitted hacking into email accounts, stealing credit card numbers from coworkers, following and keeping tabs on his victims, at least 14 victims.
The truth I now know is I derived a subconscious narcissistic pleasure from many of these crimes, especially the identity theft action.
Several of Endicott's former coworkers from Century Middle School attended the sentencing hearing. The Lakeville superintendent read a statement in court that says in part, Chris Endicott traumatized the staff, community, and families of Century Middle School. Unfortunately, he continues to do so to this very day. Even the mere thought of him being free causes real and justified fear in many people. While Endicott's lawyer asked for probation, the prosecutor asked the judge to give Endicott more than 13 years in prison.
He stated to therapists that he has always been a liar from an early age to get out of trouble.
But Judge Tim Worminger says he believes Endicott shows some true remorse, and he handed down 8.5 years in prison. Then the former principal of Century Middle School in Lakeville was led out of the courtroom in handcuffs. Endicott will have to serve about 5.5 years of his 8-year sentence behind bars. But after the hearing, his attorney told me if he qualifies for a certain boot camp, he could be out after about a year. In Dakota County, Lou Raguse, KARE 11 News.